Hey guys, back in the book of Psalm, chapter 94, verse 19. This is my man David, and it goes like this. Here we go. In the multitude of my anxious thoughts within me, your comfort brings me joy. So he's obviously talking about God. God comforts him when he's in these seasons, when he's in these times of having just ridiculous anxiety, worry, sorrow, distress, and all these thoughts are in his head. For David, it's God that gives him comfort. Another translation says this: when my anxious thoughts multiply within me. That's so true for me. Like when I have some anxiety and I start to just go in my head to places you should never go, and think about things that just aren't realistic. They're just I've made them up. I've blown them out of proportion. All of a sudden I start doing that, more thoughts come in. And it just multiplies, and then I'm just a mess. And so there's a lot of times where we have these thoughts come into our head, and we go into these dark places, and it's not healthy to stay there. Which, thanks for telling me. It's not healthy to stay there. So we have to switch our thoughts. If we're going to have all these thoughts in our head, we've got to come back to God and what he does for us. And that's what David is remembering. There's just the chapter before this, he's saying how God always comes through on his word. He keeps his promises. He won't, he goes through in 93 all through it, and he's reminding himself of that. And when we go there, that gives us the joy we need. That comforts us when we have all this weight of life and kids and school and job, everything on us. It's God that brings us comfort. I don't have to tell you this. It's not a beer that brings you comfort. It's not porn that brings you comfort. It's not that game that brings you comfort because they lost 3 times in a row to state. That does not give me. It's God that gives you comfort. So go there and park it, and you will have joy. See ya.